Calling all digital nomads, Costa Rica has just passed a very friendly law to digital nomads, allowing digital nomads to stay in the country for up to 2 years, along with a host of other benefits, such as being able to open up a bank account. They will honor your driver's license from your home country. You can start a business if you want to. And if you need to import things for your work or to run your business, whether it be computers, printers, servers, anything like that, they'll allow you to import those items duty free. There's also a host of other benefits. And I know a lot of you guys out there are digital nomads or have been in the past. And I know from speaking to a lot of you guys, either in the comments section or via email, this is something that's kind of a dream of a lot of you guys, or a lot of you guys have an interest in doing this. So I thought this would be an interesting story to cover. This is really kind of a cool story all around. So Costa Rica is a country that's heavily dependent on tourism. Obviously, with everything that's gone on in the last year, tourism is down, and Costa Rica anticipates tourism is going to be down for probably at least the next 2 or 3 years. But they're actually going to be doing something to try to attract people into Costa Rica, to try to bring new people into Costa Rica to spend money. And that's what this new digital nomad law was designed to do. So first off, if anybody isn't familiar, let's just briefly talk about what a digital nomad is. A digital nomad is essentially somebody who can earn their money online. They're not tied to a specific location, and they don't have to go into an office. And because of that, a lot of the digital nomads decide to kind of travel the world, live in interesting places, and it's often popular to go to countries with a cheaper cost of living, but places that are beautiful and great places to live. A lot of digital nomads go to Costa Rica, Mexico, Nicaragua, Thailand, Cambodia, and all other places around the world. And Costa Rica has always been a popular one, but it's especially become even more popular in recent years. They have good internet. It's not too far away from the U.S. The people are great. The lifestyle is great. That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. You know, traditionally, digital nomads were like freelancers, web designers, people who owned their own businesses. However, in the past year, a lot of companies have gone fully remote. A lot of companies have told people they don't need to come into the office. So if you can choose to live anywhere in the world and still keep your job back home, a lot of people are choosing to head over to Costa Rica. Another reason why this law is really cool, people who have been digital nomads know what a pain border runs can be. So here's what a border run is. Here's why this law is kind of cool, and here's what's unique about this. Most countries will give you a 60-day, a 90-day tourist visa, you know, maybe on the long end of things, maybe 6 months. But what that means, previously, if you wanted to live in Costa Rica, you could stay 90 days at a time. So you could stay for 90 days or 3 months. At the end of that 3 months, you would need to leave the country. I'm not sure exactly how long you had to leave the country for. In some countries, border runs, you just have to leave for a couple hours. In other countries, you have to leave for a day. And in some countries, you have to leave for as much as a month. But let's say you were living in Costa Rica previously, your 90-day visa comes up. You're going to have to leave and go to either Panama or Nicaragua, just because those are the two closest bordering countries. You're going to have to leave for a couple days, then you can come back, and at that point, your 90 days will reset, and you can stay for another 90 days. Now, will some expats or digital nomads like this and kind of think of it as an excuse to take a vacation? It can also be a hassle having to leave the country every 60 days, every 90 days. So this new law from Costa Rica will allow digital nomads to stay for a period of up to 2 years. Here's some bullet points or specifics about the law before we get into the article. So they will honor your driver's license from back home. You're not going to have to get a special driver's license. They will allow you to open up a bank account, which is also pretty unique. It's gotten really hard for Americans to get foreign bank accounts because of all the reporting requirements that the U.S. government puts on foreign banks, and they just don't want to deal with it. So they just, in many cases, won't open up accounts for U.S. citizens. Sounds like that's not going to be the case in Costa Rica. And if you need to get a new laptop or bring some equipment down to do your job or run your business, Costa Rica will let you bring all that in duty free. And this hopefully should benefit the country of Costa Rica as well as make digital nomads' lives a lot easier. So without further ado, let's get into this article. Now, this article I think was actually written a month or a couple months back, prior to the law being passed. I believe at the time of the writing of this article, this law was passed by the legislator in Costa Rica, but it was just signed by the president if not yesterday, within the past couple of days. This one comes to us from the ticotimes.net, and it's titled Project to Attract Digital Nomads to Costa Rica has passed. A project that seeks to attract remote workers to Costa Rica has passed both debates in the Legislative Assembly and will soon become law. The bill, which has the support of the Tourism Board and other various sectors, still needs to be signed by the President and published in La Gaceta. It was actually signed, I saw they posted on Twitter, the President was signing it the other day. It may then take several weeks for authorities to determine the specific legal processes regarding the new visa. So that's one other thing I wanted to mention. Really the only catch here, and I've seen two different numbers thrown around. I saw $2,500 and I saw $3,000. They want to make sure that you're not going to come to their country and be destitute. So really the only other catch that I've seen is you have to show a stable income of $2,500 or $3,000. That could be a paycheck from a job. That could be a bank statement showing that you have $2,500 to $3,000 coming in every month from clients. Or if you have, a lump sum of money, you could deposit the equivalent of 12 months or 24 months into a bank account. So, let's say $3,000 times 12 months, that's $36,000. If you don't have a stable income or you're trying to get a business up and going, you could deposit $36,000 into a Costa Rican bank account, and that will substitute you needing a steady monthly income. There is going to be a fee for this visa program, and just like expats need to do, you will need to buy basically a medical insurance policy to last as long as you're going to be in the country. But that's really the only catch, and it doesn't seem to be a huge hurdle to jump over if this is something you want to do. Let's see. The law will grant a year-long visa in Costa Rica for qualifying remote workers, often called digital nomads. Remote workers can obtain a permit to stay for 1 year in Costa Rica, extendable for 1 additional year, so 2 years in total. They'll also have the possibility of opening up local bank accounts, can drive in Costa Rica using their country's license, among other benefits. In the current situation where tourism recovery could extend for up to 3 more years before returning to the pre-pandemic demand, the segment of the digital nomads is key to the rebound of the sector, said Tourism Minister Gustavo Segura. Costa Rica is an ideal destination for digital nomads, the ICT says, because of its high internet connectivity, paired with warm weather and outdoor adventures like surfing and hiking. They also have great waterfalls, whitewater rafting, awesome mountains. I mean, everything about Costa Rica is super cool. Good coffee, good people, good food. Tourists who stay for longer periods of time redistribute their money into the value chains generated by tourism, Segura said. They make more local purchases, rent a car for several weeks or month, use services such as beauty salons, the supermarkets, restaurants, soda, laundry, greengrocers, medical services, among other businesses in the community, hence the importance of becoming an option for remote workers. Currently, digital nomads enter Costa Rica as tourists and must therefore leave the country within 90 days. Requirements for Costa Rica's digital nomad visa. So here's what's going to be required if you want to try to get in on this program. As indicated by the final text of the bill, the requirements to qualify for Costa Rica's proposed digital nomad visa are as follows. So you're going to need a proof of a monthly stable income, fixed income, or average income during the last year for an amount equal to or greater than $3,000. If the applicant chooses to request benefits also for their family group, the income may be combined with a spouse or one of the other family members and must in that case reach an amount of $4,000. In either case, it must be income that can continue to be received even if the person is not in their country of origin. So if you're single, you need $3,000 a month. If you have a wife or a husband or a partner, you guys need $4,000 a month, however you earn that between the two of you. And you need to be able to show that you've been stably earning that income for 1 year. Number 2, obtain a medical insurance policy that covers the applicant throughout their stay in Costa Rica. The General Directive of Migration and Foreigners will determine the conditions or minimum coverage that this policy must have. And a lot of retirees and expats who live in Costa Rica have to do this as well. It's really not that expensive, and they actually have a pretty decent medical system there. Number 3, you'll need to make a one-time payment for the granting of a non-resident visa as a worker or remote service provider. The amount has been yet to be determined. I imagine it'll be more than like a normal tourist visa, but I can't imagine it's going to be too too prohibitive. And then number 4, any other requirements derived from the General Migration Law and Immigration Law number 8764. So thought this was pretty cool. If any of you guys are digital nomads or have thought about being digital nomads, Costa Rica might be an attractive destination to put on your list. If any of you guys are digital nomads, I'd love to hear about your experiences, what you do, what your favorite countries to live in are, and anything else you want to share as well. So drop a comment down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, click that subscribe button below. Be sure to ring the bell, and we'll catch you on the next video.